Yes, people, I hope everyone's good. I hope everybody is blessed. Welcome back to Premsy TV. Arsenal versus Leeds, Carabao Cup. You know, it's going to be an important game for us because this is probably the only two pieces of silverware that we can win is the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. So we can't take it lightly and we've got to actually try to win this game. Just before I do go into the Carabao Cup, guys, I want to have a look at the Aston Villa game that's just gone and just give you guys my thoughts around that and reaction, because it was an absolute cracking game of football. You know, Arsenal played with some style, some class. They played for the badge. From the minute get-go, you've seen them pressing, and down to the players that came into the team like Nuno Tavares. You know, we played well. We didn't really miss Kieran Tierney in a sense, and normally over the last two seasons, when Tierney's out, we're missing him. So it just shows that he played well in the first minute or so. He had an opportunity to have a crack at goal, but unfortunately he missed. But I think that's just down to having lack of game time. You know, he still looked like he had some chemistry with the players. You know, so big up to Nuno Tavares first of all, coming in. He played well. He had a top game. The other two players that I would think that got man of the match, I would say between both of them, I can't really differ and decide, and that is Emile Smith-Rowe and Thomas Partey. Now Thomas Partey is so vital to that midfield. When we've not got no Partey and Xhaka's inside that midfield, yeah, it's a liability to our football club. Thomas Partey against Aston Villa showing us what a great player he is, showing us what he's capable of doing. Now he's had a little run in the team for a few games and he's built his fitness up, and we can see what he's capable of doing. So we can't overplay Thomas Partey, because the minute he's got it, he's been injured, he's been riddled with it. So we need to protect him a little bit and make sure we reserving him for that Leicester game, because Thomas Partey, you know, he's shown his class, he's shown his worth. Also, Emile Smith-Rowe. You know, Smith-Rowe is a young player that has also got to get a little bit of protection, as long with Saka. You know, we've got these experienced players in the squad like Pepe. You know, we've got Odegaard. You know, even though he's only young, he's had loads of games. He's been to loads of different teams. He's got experience. We've got, when these players step in, they've got to say to Saka and Smith-Rowe, it's all right, you have a rest, we've got you today. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So we're putting too much pressure on these boys. But big up to Saka and Smith-Rowe. Yeah, Smith-Rowe against Aston Villa, he's like he had a point to prove. You know, they tried to come and buy him in the summer and he wasn't having none of it. He's an Arsenal boy, Hale End boy, and you can see it through in passion. As soon as he scored, you know, he was grabbing his badge, he was cheering. That's what we'd like to see. That's the players that we need in our football club. So big up to Emile Smith-Rowe. Arteta, I think everyone knows where I stand on Mikel Arteta. You know, personally, I don't feel like he's going to be the man to lead us in the right direction at all. You know, I also believe, I don't hate the guy. You know, I want him to do well at Arsenal Football Club. But it's like I say to many people, if you own a massive, massive organisation and a business, are you going to hire somebody that's never managed ever before? Like, for me, that's not a wise decision, and it doesn't always, 9 out of 10 is not going to end well. So for Arsenal, for me, while he's here, if he does well, I'm happy. I want him to do well. I want him to make me eat humble pie. I want him to get us in the Champions League. I'll be happy with that. But just using my head, personally, I don't believe he's going to be the man to get us to where we need to be, because of some of the decisions he makes, some dumb decisions, like Martinelli coming on with 1 minute to go in extra time. Like, that does not make no sense for me. How Martinelli cannot get a game, get a sniff in this team, I do not understand. It is beyond a joke, because we've seen his worth. We know what he's capable of doing. You know, you've got Greenwood at United, and he's the same age as him. Yeah, he gets opportunities. They've got better players like Sancho sitting on the bench, but he still gets an opportunity, Greenwood. But Martinelli doesn't get no opportunity. If you look back at William Saliba, who's gone out on loan this season, had an unbelievable performance against PSG, against arguably the best front three in the world. So you got to see some decisions that he makes. You can see they're very inexperienced. So while he's here, just gonna have to support him, because I can't see he's going anytime soon. I can't see Arsenal getting rid of him. I can't see Arsenal being ambitious and bringing in Antonio Conte. I can't see none of that. So just for now, just gonna have to go with it. Hopefully he can build on these couple of results that he's had of late, build some consistency with the team, and then just we're gonna have to see where it goes from there as fans. But just moving on to the Leeds game today, that's the Carabao Cup. For me, it's a very important game, this game. You know, we're not in Europe. We're definitely not going to be winning the Premier League. So there's only two competitions that we realistically can win or can compete in, and that's the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Now, I want to see us put a strong run and get to at least one of these finals, because if we don't get to one of these finals and we finish 8th or we finish outside the top 6, it's going to be an absolute embarrassment of a season with no European football. So for me, it's an important game. You know, I won't make loads and loads of changes at the back line, you know, because I'd like to keep a little bit of consistency. But I would make a few changes. I think a few players deserve a chance to play. You know, if we kept players like Ainsley and didn't sell him, if we've done that, there's a reason for it. So we've got to give these players an opportunity to play. If anybody gets injured in the first team, we want players to be ready to come in and integrate well and stuff like that. So for me, I'll give you guys my starting lineup and my prediction for today's game. I just want to say, you know, we can't take, like I said, we can't take this game lightly, because Bielsa's teams like to come and press and attack. And with Arsenal Football Club, we know we like to play out the back, and we you know, we like a mistake as well. Like, we're always making a mistake here and there. So unless we can keep compact at the back and also use our heads, stay focused, then might be a tough evening for us. But other than that, I believe if we can show the same passion, show the same heart and desire to win the game, I believe it'll be a 1-0. I think it'll be a tight game. I think it'll either be early 1-0 or late 1-0, but I think we'll win the game 1-0. I'm just going to give you guys my starting lineup on today's game. So I'd start with Leno in net. I'll give Ramsdale a little rest, I believe. You know, let him rejuvenate a little. I'll bring Tomiyasu back in at right back. I don't think we should change him. I think we should let him build consistency himself and get to pace with the English game. I'll bring in Rob Holding. I'll give him an opportunity and give Ben White a rest. I'll stick with Gabriel and also Nuno Tavares. I'll have that as my back four, with Ainsley, Maitland-Niles and Sambi Lokonga as the midfield. The reason I'll play Ainsley again is to just give him that game time, see what he can do. You know, we didn't sell him, so there's no point just leaving him on the bench to waste away. You know, he's played in big games before. We know he's a capable player, so I'll give him that opportunity of playing that role alongside Sambi. I'll leave Sambi Lokonga in there and give Partey a rest, because Lokonga's young. You know, he hasn't had no injury problems since he's come to us. He's like in the last game when he played bad against Palace. You know, he came out and apologised. It's shown great character. So I definitely leave Lokonga in there. And I'll bring Odegaard in as the number 10. I'll leave Smith Rowe out, give him a rest, put him on the bench. You know, worst comes to worst, 70 minutes, we need him, bring him on. But I'll definitely give him a rest and bring Odegaard in. Odegaard really needs to fix up, to be honest with you, because over the last couple of games, you know, since he's come in, I haven't really seen anything promising from him. You know, he's been missing, slowed the game down. So I would like to see him come in and change that and grab his opportunity with both hands. Yeah, moving up top, I play with Lacazette. I'll play with Lacazette up front because I like the way that he interacts with the other players. He connects the play from midfield to attack, holds the ball up. I'll give Aubameyang a little rest as well, save him for the Leicester game. Or if we need him to come in off the bench, bring him in off the bench. And on the left, Martinelli, 110%, give Saka a rest. I'll bring Martinelli on, and I will definitely. He's got to start for me, because if he doesn't play in this game, when is he actually going to get an opportunity to play? He can't just keep coming on in the Premier League with a few minutes to go. You're not going to build nothing, no form, no consistency, nothing like that. You've got to literally have a few games, or you know, at least a good chunk of the game to embed in the game and find your feet. Martinelli definitely for me has to start down the left, because he brings that intensity that we need. And on the right hand side, I'll bring in Pepe. I'll give Pepe an opportunity. You know, he didn't play last game. I'll give him the opportunity, see what he could do, see if he can you know, bring something different to the game. And maybe we could use his pace on the counter attack, because you know, Bielsa's teams are going to like to push up. So if we can use Pepe on the counter, it might be a perfect game for him. So yeah, guys, so that's my team lineup for today's game. I believe we're going to win 1-0. So yeah, up and on to the next one, yo. So big up, love, thank you for watching, subscribe, like.